Alright guys, we're back with another one, and this is a video comparison between the LG K10 and its lower sibling, the LG K7. Let's see which one is really worth it. Nice looking contrast between the blue and the black. This is hot. I like the front. Look at that. Nice and black. This is a nice build. So you got a textured back. Really feels good. LG logo, volume buttons up and down, power button in the middle, 13 megapixel camera, a darker chrome around it. When you're looking at it straight on, you don't see the chrome, but on the sides you'll see a little bit of a shine to it. It looks good. The black front, blue back really gives it a nice look. Micro USB at the bottom. Headphone jack. You got the mics top and bottom. Not bad. Really a good job. But I have said in my unboxing video that this is a 1080p screen, and it's not. It's a 1280 by 7. It's a weird. It's a 1280 by 720. So it's a 720p screen, and it looks good. It honestly looks 1080p. That's how good the screen looks. Viewing angles are through the roof. Good. It's a really nice screen. With the K7, surprisingly, with this screen, it looks good. This is really a nice looking screen. Now, of course, you guys can't even see it real well with the black. Let me change that up. Now, for the LG K7 to have a 480p screen, let me lower down the brightness a little bit. Probably it's too bright. It's a good looking screen. It really does look good. It's a nice punchy screen. It has pretty good viewing angles. In the sunlight, it shows very well. When you look at it dead on, you could see the chrome around it. Kind of gives a look of the Nexus 4. Textured back, volume buttons up and down. You have a 5 megapixel camera, front and back, LG logo. It's really a nice phone. These two phones are running neck to neck, almost neck to neck in my opinion. Where they differ is the camera. You have a 13 megapixel camera with the K10, and with the K7 you have a 5 megapixel camera. Right there and there, we know the 13 megapixel camera is going to be better for you and whoever you're buying this phone for. Now, looking at the two phones, okay, I'm just trying out Not Cold, guys. Never tried it out before. The screens are very nice. 720p screen, 480p screen. Take your pick. This is obviously going to be a better screen, but you're not going to be missing too much with this screen. Right? Front-facing cameras, they're both 5 megapixels, so let's call that a wash. Back cameras, 5 megapixel, 13 megapixel. Obviously, the 13 megapixel is going to be better, and we'll do some sample shots of the K10. Now, when it comes to the speakers and when it comes to the battery life, I must honestly say you can get a definite 10 hours on the LG K10. You'll get about 8 hours on the K7. It can be even less if you're watching a lot of videos on both devices. Depends where you have the screen. But in my testing, the way I keep things around medium brightness and stuff like that, moderate use, you can get a good 10 hours on the regular, maybe a little bit longer. You can probably get it up to maybe 12 hours moderate use, but I would say consistently 8 hours. If you use a lot of videos, much less. So pretty much with battery life, I give it to the K10. Now, when it comes to the speakers, let's take a listen to these speakers right now. This is the K10. Let's check out this speaker. Let's listen to this K7. Full volume. Oh, now it's full volume. Wow. Wait, hold on a second. Alright, so here is the K10. Same song. Wow. Look at that. This is almost a wash, or if my ears. Okay, I got it. I think you guys got it as well. Well, I must honestly say, when it comes to the speaker in the back, they both sound very close to each other, but you're gonna get a more deeper sound, more louder sound with the K7. So this is why we do these comparisons, to find out which one is better for you. Alright, so when it comes to both of these phones, which phone actually have a little bit more going on when it comes to the processors? This is a MediaTek processor inside the LG K10 with 2 gigs of RAM, and we know it's a 720p screen. This is a 480 screen with a Snapdragon 210 with 1.5 gigs of RAM. And may I say, I haven't had no problems going through apps, flowing through this device. I haven't had no issues going through the social networks, Facebook, Tumblr, scrolling. You're able to have a nice, good scroll amongst, you know, basically the RAM has been able to handle the heavy use that I put it through. Now, of course, there's phone that runs a little bit better, the ones that have 3-4 gigs of RAM, except for the Note 5. The Note 5 is pretty much a 1.5 gig RAM phone. Don't let no one fool you. 4 gigs of RAM is only 1.5 gig usable. That's why I know this phone runs very well. Now, when it comes to the K10 got 2 gigs of RAM, and that MediaTek processor, I gotta hold out for the review, but it's been running, it's been working, been able to go through the same type of work, but I've had the K7 longer. The K10 is still being tested, but when it comes to your hard-earned money, if you're gonna pay more than $100 for this phone, don't bother. $100, look for it, maybe the most $150 if you really want that K7 with 16 gigs of RAM. Now, when it comes to the K10, don't pay more than $200 or a little bit over $200 for this 16 gigabyte model. Bottom line, this is a $200 mid-range budget phone. I recommend both, but if I had to pick one, which I am, I'm picking the K10. The K10 got a more punchier screen, bigger screen, nice design, both of them, but I think the K10 looks a little bit better. Even though the speaker on the K7 might be a little bit better, I think you're gonna have a better feel, a better experience because of these 13 megapixel camera in the back, 5 megapixel camera in the front is a wash between both of these phones, but it's a good camera. It's running with the top dogs. This is a great phone, man. So pretty much in this comparison, the LG K10 wins, and when it comes to battery life, you're gonna get a little bit more battery with this one. You know that already. So with that, guys, this is my video comparison between both of these devices. K10 wins, but I'll tell you this, K7 is no slouch. $50 difference, take your pick. With that, we'll see you in the next one.